If I was going to be different and be lost and everybody get my respect, I thought, well, I'll just be different and be saved and see if I can win that same respect. That's just the way I'm wired. I got to be different. And I got to be a little daring. I'd say both these men are daring. Now one, before you being saved, now again, I don't want you to be bringing no judgment. You were pretty sorry dude, wasn't you?
Yes, sir.
Based on Christian standards.
Yes, sir.
Now, based on cartel standards, you was a cool dude.
Probably the best.
Probably the best. Move a lot of drugs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that.
You could say that?
Yes, sir.
A lot of other bad stuff?
A whole lot of bad stuff.
A whole lot of bad stuff. Would you be like the Apostle Paul? Would you like to claim the title of chief of sinners?
Yes, sir.
Really? Well, Omar's going to fight you over that because he said he was chief of sinners. Right. Yeah, because Omar's our youth guy. And prior, I remember he telling me, Adrian Galvan, I don't know if Adrian's here, but Adrian just hammered on Omar, didn't he? Get you to come. And you say, I don't want no part in no religion. I ain't going to no church. Church is for sissies. I ain't going. Somebody tell me what to do. And I ain't going because all they want is your money. I ain't giving up my money that I stole. That I cheated.
That's the truth.
Yeah. That I sold people into human trafficking for. That I sold drugs for. That I did anything I could do to make a buck. And old Adrian Galvan said, man, you got to come. And he said the first Sunday he came, he said he thought Adrian had told me everything about his life. I didn't even know who he was. And I preached. He said, I thought this man had been preaching directly to me. He said the same thing. He said, I came in this place and I knew immediately there was something different about what was being said. Now, my whole point is this, not how bad they were, but how was it the first time you won somebody to Jesus Christ?
It was a little nerve-wracking, but it felt awesome. It was amazing. I never had envisioned ever doing something like that. I was used to hurting people, and I do mean hurting people, so I never thought I would lead anybody to salvation.
And let me ask you this. When you won that first person to Christ, did you say, well, I'm done with that. I've checked my box, and that's all I ever have to do for God?
No, sir, not at all. If anything, just lit a even bigger fire under me, and was able to start a Bible study class at work.
Yeah. And the God that you thought didn't love you, how much does he love you now?
A whole lot. I found out that he loved me even when I was doing bad stuff.
Yeah. Does he still love you now?
And will continue to love me forever.
Now let me ask you, Omar, because you got all these kids in your hands, and we trust you with that. We do. But what was it like the first time you ever won somebody to Christ?
I felt useful for the first time.
Useful for the first time in your life. And when you forsook that stuff, you've never been back since then, have you? No? You hadn't either? No. Hadn't sold anybody into slavery? No. Hadn't done any more drugs? No. Hadn't wanted to kill anybody? Except maybe me sometimes, amen? Right. Never, right? Never. You'd never want to go back?
Never want to go back.
Never want to go back? Why?
Because
what?
It's nothing else matters. At the end of the day, I can't hold up my job, or I can't hold up my money. At the end of the day, it's going to be there's a party in heaven every time one sinner repents, and that's the only way that I can please God is to bring people to Him.
Now, my point in bringing these two guys up and embarrass them a little bit is they're daring. Because you went back to the same crowd that you used to run with, and they said, come on, man, let's do some more deals. You did the same thing. And you know what they had to do? They had to tell that crowd, ain't no way. I'm following Christ. I'm following Jesus Christ. And not only that, because I know you have brought some family members that dabbled in the same thing, you have led them to Christ. They had to be daring. They had to go out on a limb. They couldn't worry about them calling you homeboys, calling you sissy, and calling you this and calling you that anymore. He couldn't worry about the way they thought about him. All that matters when you are a changed, born-again child of God, truly committed to the cause with a firewalker's faith is that you're going to please Him. That I'm going to please Him. That's what he said. It does not matter because at the end of the day, I have to stand before Him. I don't have to stand before anybody else. Thank these guys. God bless you guys for being daring. They were daring. The thrill of new Christianity, taking new stands.